Welcome to It's Possible podcast. Today is an amazing day because I have with me the master of Shopify. So, Vera, please introduce yourself and then we'll take the conversation from there.
Sure. My name is Vero, and I call myself a Shopify Grandmaster. I've been working with Shopify since 2016. I love it. I have so much fun doing it, and yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Shopify Grandmaster. Why do you call yourself the Grandmaster?
What would normally take weeks or months for someone to do, it takes me hours or days.
Hours.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm really fast with building stores, and I take pride in it. I built an actual store. When was it? On Wednesday, last night.
mm-hmm.
Last night I did a nonprofit Shopify store for a current client that I have, and I had everything that I needed, and I literally did it in like 3 to 4 hours. The whole
Wow,
thing.
but that's
Yes.
powerful. But first of all, let me ask you, what is Shopify? Because somebody may be watching right now, they don't even know what Shopify is.
Yes. I'm over here trying to get my life back, choking to myself.
Uh,
Shopify is an e-commerce platform. So you can build your online store with Shopify, and they have everything built in. So your payments that you're going to be using to charge your what do they call it? Your point of sale system. They incorporate all kinds of apps to optimize your store to the functionality that you need it.
mhm.
Um, it's an all-in-one shop. You can use it for products, you can use it for services, um, physical products, digital products, drop shipping. The way I say and I tell people is, if you're collecting money online, just go with a
Mhm.
Shopify store. Just go with
Okay,
a
so
Shopify.
if you're collecting money online, you need Shopify.
That's that's my motto.
Okay, so that means anyone can have a Shopify store, right? You don't need to have a physical product.
Correct. You can have a service that you offer. You can have digital products. You don't need to have only just physical products to use a
Mm-hmm.
Shopify store.
Hmm. All right. So yes, tell me about like give me some examples of things that
Right.
people can do on Shopify.
Well, I've aside from your apparel, regular physical products, right? We have anything and everything that's legal to sell. You could even sell
Okay.
CBD products. You just cannot use the Shopify payments option. You have to get a third party payments option, but it's doable. I, for example, offer Shopify development services. I use a Shopify store for my website. I've built a real estate school. So they offer online classes, and they're using Shopify for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've built, oh gosh, let's see, contracting. So it was someone who had connections with different types of contractors or plumbers, electricians, AC technicians, and he was offering those services as a one-stop shop using Shopify.
Okay.
There's possibilities are endless.
Okay, yeah, because
Right
I was not
now,
thinking about it like that. I was thinking about
yeah,
okay, Shopify, you have a physical product that you sell.
no. So right now, I'm also working on a website for an intuitive professional. So this person offers astrology readings, intuitive readings, different kinds of distant healing services. So literally, service based website.
Mhm. Wow.
Super exciting.
So yeah, that's great. But that's good to know because I know about Shopify, but what I know was you need a physical product to connect to your Shopify store so you can sell.
Man,
So let's say an artist, someone who creates their own piece of art, maybe
right,
music or paintings.
right. So I've worked with artists in the past. He sold canvases of his work, and um, he used shop we built the Shopify store for that. Also, there's apps that help you when it comes down to different types of functionality, even though it's not in the Shopify in-house features. So for example, videos and music, there's ways to monetize your videos and your files, any digital file, with Shopify as well. So if you're into writing books as well, you can
Mm-hmm.
use Shopify. I've ran into maybe one or two apps that also do print on demand book printing.
Hmm.
So, but I think they were still in the beginning stage. Their ratings were not the best. So, I haven't checked in a while, but I love the app store for Shopify because there's constantly new apps popping up
Mm-hmm.
that may be even better than the last one you might be using. So I get excited talking about it when I find like really cool apps that do
Yeah.
things.
So you said an app for print and book on demand.
Correct. Correct.
Hmm.
Yes. So then you're selling the physical book versus an ebook,
Yeah. So you could have your own like Amazon.
basically. Like just basically have your own brand with that and no middleman as far as, having to go through anybody else but you to get it done.
That's powerful. No, what I'm thinking now, you could have it in a way where you print books for other people.
I mean, the possibilities are a little bit, you're
Yeah.
able to, let's say you have a market, right? And you have a following and you want to offer authors to, hey, I print your book, we sell it through my platform, and you do
Mm-hmm.
some sort of deal,
Yes. That's, I mean, you cannot get into a 2024 without a business.
right? I mean, hey, it's incredible. And it's only getting better. They're integrating like a lot of different features using AI. It's already like it's they're still adding more, but there's already some AI features which I love. 'Cause I love AI.
Okay.
So it's just getting better and better.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, why did you decide to go into Shopify?
So my story is like not your typical how I ended up developing Shopify stores. I actually started using Shopify as a merchant. So it was a time in my life when it was either I drove Uber or started a business, but I needed to do something to earn more money or incorporate a business in my life and my 9 to 5 and lower my taxable income because this is a whole lot going on. And I decided to start a business. My man at the time, well, he's still my man, but he was not happy with the idea of me Ubering either. So he's like, yeah, I think we should start a business. So back then, in 2016, there was these Adrian Morrison, he's still around, and Ty Lopez and all these guys that I was listening to,
Yes.
all the free information that I could. Back then, I had no concept of you pay for your information, you invest in yourself that way. But I will say that it was the beginning of my journey as far as I started investing in myself by looking for information,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I started drop shipping jewelry. I had no clue what I was doing back then. My tagline was literally jewelry or fashion for everyone, like no customer avatar, no niche. And I've made all the mistakes. I tell people I have been there. I know what it's like because I've done it. I went from there to then investing in my own jewelry, which was probably not the best move because it's like I don't know what's on style. a jewelry like connoisseur, like this is the next fashion coming. I can see it happening. That's
Yeah. So
not me.
so you had your own brand.
I did. I had hella fashion. It was very Bay Area uh, uh, named. So I still own the domain. Hellafashion.com may send you to my current Shopify development
Okay.
site because I decided to keep it. But I I learned a lot though because that's when I started learning more about how Shopify functions and was really getting into the technical part and design part. I was really into like changing the way my website look and
No, no,
um,
you're going too fast. Okay, let's rewind. Let's go back. Why? I mean, you were in a position where right now I see you working with some really big brands. You know,
right,
working with some really amazing people, right?
right,
Making money doing what you do.
right.
So, and you were in a position where you were deciding to go with to drive with Uber. So,
Yes.
yes, I want you to kind of talk a little more about this because somebody may be watching you right now and say, "Man, this girl, she's rich. Man, she's talking nash, she's rich." But they don't know the backstory where you came from to tell them if it's possible for them to.
Right, right. I decided to double down more on myself and something that I wanted to create. I've always been into doing something of myself, building something of
Okay.
myself. Um, that fire I think begun when I was maybe like in my mid late 20s. And I started helping with club promotions and throwing club parties. I love that feeling of building something,
Okay.
right? So I used to be with my girlfriend who, rest her soul. She taught me so much. She used to do a lot of graphic designing and do the flyers, and she helped me build my website back then because I used to have a blog. Actually, I didn't go further back when I actually had an online blog in the
Okay.
early in the in like the 2006 era, right? Our MySpace days.
2006.
Yeah, so I used to use WordPress and the whole GoDaddy
Okay.
website. And I used to have an online blog where I would feature local artists, models. I used to then leverage that and the viewers to collect names for guest lists and then get paid that way. But those were like my younger hustle days. Not that wasn't a legit like business, but I've always had that in me. It's the Caribbean, right? Like we're just
Okay.
always trying to like we're just here and there and just collecting, right? And so I've just kind of decided, hey, I want to invest in myself. I want to build something and just went for it versus using up my car to probably run it down for just some chump change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was the situation back then where you I mean something was pushing you to say, "Man, go ahead and
So
drive with Uber."
I was I've been a single mom prior to being moving in with my man. Back then I was not living with him. It was
Mm.
probably just a couple of years into the relationship. And
Hmm.
my daughter's 19 now. She was probably in her, elementary school days, and it was hard doing it on your own. I had to figure out how I can keep more money than what I was
Mm.
getting taxed
Yeah.
because I also work for a county job, which is what I call my retirement investment. And I'm almost out of there already. I'm really excited because I have about 5, 6 years left.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm going to be that's my retirement is boom, like a really good deal that doesn't exist. People can't retire in their 50s anymore. I get to retire by 50. And
Powerful.
yes, yes. I see, I never quit my job because of that in particular. Yes, I earned good money, but at the same time, the investment in the retirement and the benefits are very important, especially the older you get, the more you start thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of people at 60, 70 are having to go back to work nowadays, and I
Oof.
don't want to have to deal with that for any reason. So that's definitely an investment that I'm almost gonna cash out, right? I'm already on
Okay.
countdown, especially after going to Puerto Rico for a month and really just focusing solely on business. It's just incredible when you finally decide, hey, I'm gonna build something and I'm gonna
That's
see what
good.
happens.
So you were in a position where you were a single mom, you trying to make it on your own, and you were in a position where you were thinking about, man, I should take my car and drive with Uber, and and then you decided to switch lane to the technical side. You say, man, no, let me go ahead and do this instead of going to do Uber.
Right,
Because somebody may be watching you right now, they say, you have everything together. You can build a website in 2 hours, 5 hours, whatever, but they don't believe it's if it's possible for them too, right? So
right,
somebody may be driving with Uber right now, and they believe this is what they can do for the rest of their lives when they can switch lane and do something totally different like you did. Yeah,
right.
your story is really powerful.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome. Yeah. So yes, you started to learn about like Ty Lopez. You learn from all these guys. This guy was everywhere.
Yes, he's been around.
Yeah. So you learn as much as you could, and then you became the Shopify
Yes. So
Grandmaster.
I during my merchant journey, I went from doing the whole jewelry to building a natural skincare line.
Mm.
And I was breaking bad for like a few weeks, like 4 weeks in the kitchen, like with my KitchenAid, trying to come up with like an amazing cream formula. And I did. And so I started totally backwards. What they say don't do first, I did. I cared more about the trademark. I cared more about the website. I cared
Uh
more about
huh.
the everything detailed before even looking for the market. I had the cute containers, the expensive ones, all of that, the labels, everything. And so I really was thinking, okay, this is going to be it. This is going to be the one that everyone's going to start buying it. And it's just
Yeah.
going to, yeah. And so, I realized there's more to learn. And I really, really, really honed down on attending all the webinars that I could. That's when I really, really started investing in just specifically Shopify, e-commerce, everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I will say that maybe um, around, gosh, it was before the pandemic. I had a friend who asked for to help me build the his website, and so to my surprise, he paid me.
Okay.
And I was like, wait. And back then it was about he gave me $500. I didn't ask for money. And I was like, how many creams do I have to sell to make $500? Wait a minute. And so I kind of switched off to building stores. I had another friend who asked me for help. And then I just kind of started going on Fiverr. And really, when I started honing down into like entrepreneurship groups, such as the one we belong to, um, that's when I really started this. That's when I really decided I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to be a Shopify developer. The cream's going to be put on hold. The jewelry is going to be put on hold because I'm over here trying to drop ship jewelry while I'm making creams because I never got rid of my other websites while I'm
Okay.
trying to sit, do development and do like these task side jobs with building Shopify. So again, another point in my life where I'm like, I need to pick a lane and stick to it.
That's powerful. Yes.
And
Yeah,
that's
because
when my
sometimes we
business
want to do
really grew.
everything.
Right, right. And I would say that's when my business really grew. And that's really when even I started growing even more, because there is no business growing unless I'm growing, right?
Yes.
So I would say once I started paying for getting into the rooms that we get into, right? And learning and being in these environments, that's really when things just kind of like, oh wow. I took it from like making a couple of like 100 to low four figures to a five-figure business in months.
Wow.
So that was such a good amazing achievement, and that's even with a full-time job.
Wow. So, yes, what man, everything can change by only tweaking something.
Right.
Yeah. Because you already knew about technical things,
Right.
but you were not using it.
Right.
And then something changes and it changes everything for you.
It really did.
You know how many people may be sitting on some type of skills they a skill set they have and they're not doing anything with it, believing that they can't do it. They can't do it. But it only requires some belief and put yourself in rooms where people are winning.
Right. Mindset is everything.
Could you talk a little more about the mindset or how you started to develop yourself?
Right. I'm still working on it. It's a
Okay.
journey.
Yeah.
Um, Growing up, and I did grow up in a middle class household. However, I grew up with scarcity mindset still,
Mm.
right? Um, I come from Puerto Rico, right? And just like any in every island in in the Caribbean, we are the product of colonization. We also had slavery in our island in the Caribbean, and
Hmm.
so there's a lot of things that we were taught, like money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work three times as hard while you stay quiet in the background and behave, right? So
Yeah.
these are things that you grow up hearing. Um, hey, you're a girl too, so don't be loud either, right? And so and all Caribbean cultures are so loud, but they tell us to be quiet.
True.
And so just fighting these beliefs, fighting or unlearning them, I should say,
Hmm.
is probably harder than learning the newer beliefs. I'm still working on it. It's a whole lifestyle. Um, my man and I actually host a mindset call every Saturday with
Okay.
he and I, and it's that's why I say it's a lifestyle. We're talking about this all the time, not just on Saturday mornings. We're applying it to our lives, and I will say there was a time where all I did was listen and gather information and memorize it, and then think I knew what I was doing,
Hmm.
and it wasn't working. And the reality was is because I wasn't really applying it. So there's a difference between, and there's, I feel like there's stages to this, right? When you're working on your mindset and your growth
Yeah.
and you're doing things. So there's this like memorizing it versus actually doing it. And
Hmm.
then when you start seeing the results and you're like, oh wow, well, this does work. I really just need to unlearn the past, but it's really hard. I mean, and that's a belief right there too. I know, but it's just, I should say it's commonly a struggle to just easily move on to a new belief, especially when you grow up with that type of mindset. You didn't grow up with real money.
Right.
You didn't grow up with that belief of we're rich.
Yeah. That's true. Yes. So that means mindset really can block somebody's way to
Oh,
freedom.
it by far, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So that wow. Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
just like, what's going on in my mind right now is thinking about some people who, like, even me. Is there anything in my mind right now that's
Right.
blocking me from achieving the things that I want to achieve in my life?
Right. Oh, I mean, I believe that it's a constant growth. There is no destination. There is no I've arrived and I'm here and I'm done.
Yeah,
Right? There's always more to grow and learn. I mean, until we somehow start floating in the air, right?
yeah,
You're not, you haven't reached it yet. That's my thing.
yeah. So yeah, that's powerful because besides what you do, like you the grandmaster, Shopify grandmaster, and I respect that because I see what you're doing. I see clients that you have, great clients, high paying people. So that tells me you're doing the work, right?
Yes.
And thinking about your story and where you say you came from, you would say, man, that's not possible. But you did the work. You thought about it and you decided to work on yourself. And once you did that, it changed everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So let's go back to Shopify.
Let's do it.
Teach me something about Shopify. If I want to have a store, I'm selling. I don't know what to sell. Right? Let's help someone. 2024 is coming up. They say,
Right.
you know what? They spend their whole life not knowing anything about business. They said 2024 is the year for me to start my first business. How would you take this person and mold this person to
Woo.
start a business in 2024 with Shopify?
So, first and foremost, what I cannot do is pick your niche.
Okay.
Because, and I'll tell you why. The thing is, you have to make sure you go into this with something that you won't be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Because once you do that, that's a red flag that you have not picked the right lane for you.
Okay.
So once you pick your lane and your niche, then we're talking, right? Because then I can come up with ideas like, okay, are you in a niche where you can create ebooks
Mm-hmm.
and leverage AI to help you put these together, right? Are you in a niche where you're offering um, services online, right? Are you selling courses? Are you
Mm-hmm.
pre-recording or doing webinars? Then we can look into how we can start leveraging that, right? A lot of people start with and are curious about drop shipping merchandise. So there's
Mm-hmm.
a very well-known app called Printful that people use, and what it is it's a print-on-demand apparel where you can put your own designs, right? If you don't have the capital to print yourself, there's nothing wrong with using that. Do know that the profit margins are smaller, but if you're consistent in marketing and getting your sales, then you can grow that and eventually then invest in your own inventory. Now, I will say having a Shopify store that looks amazing and has all the products looking great is not going to sell itself. You have to go out there and market your website
Mm-hmm.
and keep it alive. And what do I
Okay.
mean by that? There's certain features like the blogging that is not utilized as much as I would love to see. All of my retainer clients have a blog, unless they're like, you know what, Beto, I'm not doing a blog. Okay, that's fine, but that's something we offer everyone, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that there's always something being released from your website
Mm-hmm.
that can be found on Google, that could be sent to your email list, for example. And it's an email that's not just, hey, buy something from my store. It's like, hey, here's something for you to read, right? So it helps with that engagement, and and that trust and just relationship with the customers, the visitors, whoever's in your website, your clients, whoever it is.
It makes so much sense what you're saying. We'll come back to this, but sometimes I go online and they compare two things. Let's say you're talking about insurance, and they say, okay, let's see which one is better, and then the person goes and make a review of two companies, and at the end they offer you their website or whatever they are selling. So
Mhm.
that's what you're talking about, the blog, right?
Right. The blogs are basically articles that can be on your website. And the best part about the blogs is someone could be Googling a particular topic that has to do with your niche, and they can
Mm-hmm.
find your blog before your store. And the way you leverage your blog is you tag words and link them to your actual website. So whether you're
Mm-hmm.
linking it directly to a product, a collection, or just a landing page or a homepage, then they end up finding your brand and, oh, what's this? And
Mm.
they find a t-shirt that says whatever they were talking about on that messaging, for
All right,
example.
so let's summarize this. First, you need to know your niche. Okay, need to
Yes.
know what you want to do, what you're good
Yes.
at, or what you are passionate about. So that's the first thing. All right, so you don't give up because you may have some hard days or whatever. If you love it, you'll keep going.
Exactly.
So second, you need to after the niche, you have your shop up. Okay, you can do, if you don't have the money to invest, you can do drop shipping.
Correct.
Drop shipping. Okay, so what is drop shipping?
So drop shipping is, so for example, I have a store and you come and buy a t-shirt from my store,
Mm-hmm.
and that t-shirt is being drop shipped, or an item, whatever it is. That item is being packaged and sent and shipped to you from a third party, not from me directly. However, it's being branded and it comes from my store to you. So you bought
Mm.
it, I collect the money, then we pay for the item at a lower price, then it gets sent to the client or the
This
customer.
is this is a good way to start off in business, right? So you don't need to have the product in your house. You don't need to have a warehouse.
Right,
The other person has the products. You only create a Shopify store with picture of that product, and then
correct.
and you mark up the price. So when someone buys on your website, you place the order for them, and then the warehouse ships the product to the
Right.
buyer.
And the most
That's
beautiful
good.
part is when you're using these third parties that automate everything. So that as soon as they
Okay.
buy, that order goes directly to them and it gets sent to them. And all you have to worry about now is your maintenance for your site, your customer service, because in case they do need to return something, something was damaged or it didn't fit or whatnot, then you would have to step in and help with that transaction. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, as you would regardless, because you want to make sure your customers are satisfied as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that customer experience is a flawless one.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That's good. That's good. Let's keep going with that. So you know your niche. You can start with drop shipping. What other ideas can you give someone with Shopify? They can have their own product too if they can build something, whatever.
Right, right. I say you always have to make sure you keep in mind um, the functionality of the store. So I have this concept called Fame that
Mm-hmm.
I came up with for bringing in or installing apps in your Shopify store. So Fame stands for functionality, automation, marketing, and engagement. So you want to make sure you keep track of those four elements when you're downloading apps for your
Mm-hmm.
Shopify store. So apps that help with functionality. What functionality feature does Shopify not have in-house that you may need to have it do? So there,
Okay.
it could be an array of things, right? I love to use like the review apps that automatically email the customer a certain amount of time after they made the purchase so that they can review the product or the service, right? That's a functionality app as well, right? Then you have automation apps. So any type of auto flow. Shopify's actually gotten better with their automations now, I will say. So there's different. There may be another reason why you need some sort of automation um, app, but it's something to always think about. You want to automate as much as possible, right? To make your experience easier as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then you have marketing apps, and these are your apps that are going to help you market to your visitors or your current listing, right? So you have email marketing apps, you have SMS apps, right, that help you send the text to your customers as well. And then E is for engagement, and these are going to be the apps that help you keep your visitors engaged or your customers that are visiting engaged. So you have your like wheel pop-up, spin the wheel and get a discount,
Mm.
right? You keep them engaged also with your current people by doing, like I was saying earlier, with the blogs and emailing them. So you always
Okay.
want to keep them coming to your website. Give them a reason to come, right? Just give them a reason to come. And your whole experience easier when it comes to Shopify and building and optimizing your store.
Got it. That's a master class right there. Yeah, because if someone was thinking about starting something for 2024, they can get into drop shipping. Or let's say someone who has some type of skills and they already know how to do certain things. They didn't know how to put it
Right,
online. Now they know they can use
right.
Shopify to put it online, and right there they can get their payment, right? So the only thing they need to do is to advertise their website to bring people to the site.
Right. And taking it a step back, I have a different concept called base. And base means brand, aesthetics, settings, and sales channels, right?
Okay.
So when you're thinking of putting together your Shopify store, you want to think of B, your brand, and then you want to think of A, your aesthetics. What is the design going to look like,
Mm-hmm.
right? And always don't forget your settings. There's tons of settings. It's not the sexiest section of Shopify, but you got to get it done,
Okay. Yeah.
right? You have your sales channels, and the sales channels allow you to have your store visible in other platforms so that you can expand your marketing.
Hmm. So can you have your Shopify store connected to eBay and Amazon?
There's eBay sales channels, there's Amazon, there's Instagram, Facebook sales channels, there's a TikTok sales channel.
Wow.
If it's a social media out there, there's sales channels for it. Yes.
Oh, so that makes it even more powerful because if you can connect your Shopify to Amazon, it is just like you have an Amazon store.
Right, right. I don't have any clients right now or experience playing around with that app, but it exists. It is because you can not only leverage your Amazon store, but your social media outlets as well, right? So you have it on your Instagram, you have it on your Facebook, on your TikTok, and you're able to basically convert that sale through that platform.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. So how can someone reach out to you if they want to work with you?
Sure, sure. My website is pixelnamics.com, or they can find me on Instagram at Beto Coaches. I'm very approachable. If you don't sound like you're spamming me, I respond. If you guys have any questions about Shopify, I don't have a problem sharing an answer or letting you know something like, hey, yeah, you just go over here, or yeah, you just do that. I do offer audits. We've been doing master classes, right? E-commerce master class. And we actually have a finale coming up in December. It's going to be ads. So we've covered everything from the customer avatar, psychology of sales, content creating, marketing is going to be our next, and it's going to be actually more in ads, not marketing in per se, because we've talked about, for example, getting yourself ready for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday marketing, where we
Mm-hmm.
touched email marketing and social media marketing. We did have someone come talk strategies. It's a great series that we are putting together. And the finale for
I
ads
lost
is
you a
going.
little bit in what you were saying earlier. Like the Facebook ads. You had someone that came to talk about it.
That's going to be our final one in December, on December 1st. So I'm really excited about that to wrap up the series for 2023.
So you would create the website, then do the advertising for the client too.
I help with setting up their emails. So if they do need help with having their email set, I do help with that.
Okay.
Um, I do have clients. So every quarter, we also send out the reports for our clients. And what I do each quarter is I offer a client session so we can have a one-on-one session and strategize the next quarter. So
Mm-hmm.
at that point, you do have my help and are able to use my, what I know as far as how can we, what kind of sales can we create, what can we do to engage, or whatever it is that we need depending on the brand. So I don't do ads, but I do help with the marketing as far as setting those
Okay.
email and text SMS
Mm-hmm.
marketing strategies as well.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's gonna help somebody. That's gonna help
And
someone. Now, you say you have different packages. You have audit. What else do you do?
you can work with me as a one-time project, or you can start hire me as a retainer from start. I am raising my prices in 2024,
Oof.
so this is everyone's warning.
Hurry up!
Uh,
Hurry up!
yes, and I will be reframing my model as well.
Okay.
Right now, I have a retainer from start that I'm going to revamp. I'm going to only have you as a retainer once we do a website.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
and then we can
Okay.
start the
So
retainer
when you
plan.
say return it from the start, it's like a payment plain from the start, right? Not the whole
Yeah,
lump sum of.
right. Right.
Okay.
So I have it now, so it's a minimum of 12 months. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to narrow that down and kind of maybe create more of like a 6-month package, shorter
Okay.
time. It'll cost more, but I do want to be able to start tapping into those clients that can pay full price for the websites up front, and then on the back end, okay, now here's the retainer fee at the lower price. The retainer fee from start it gets higher as my price goes up. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a mindset thing of myself that I'm just in my client's pocket as far as like how much they can afford monthly. I don't know. But I am going to just, I had a good session with one of our colleagues from our group, and she gave me some good ideas on how to repurpose or repackage the way that I do my offers. And I need to do a session for that. I'm definitely raising my prices though for 2024.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I would suggest people to hurry up in 2023 to,
Yes.
before the price
Not
is
so much
raised.
time left. Time is ticking.
Yeah, that's good. So, any special offer for the people who watching? It's possible right now.
We could work something out. We could do a it's possible discount. We'll work that out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. You can add that. Yeah. We'll do a discount.
that's cool. That's
I
cool.
do
All
have an
right.
affiliate program as well right now. You can get $150 off of anyone who signs up with me with a retainer from start package, or they do the one-time payment project. So you can refer someone to me and make some money as well.
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, I'll be rich because I oh yeah.
Everyone gets paid. Everyone eats. Let's go. That's the way I like to do it.
That's good.
Um,
No, Vero, man, you're amazing. I mean, you're doing a great job because coming and this is one of the things that really scares people away when they're trying to start a business is the technical part of building a website and all that. So for
right.
you to learn all these things to put yourself available to help people, man, kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All
Thank you.
right. So any thoughts you would like to share with the audience as we close the session today?
Man, I just like to say that, don't, if you're finding yourself not really knowing what to do, how to do it, or whatever, start from within. Spend some quiet time meditating, and
Mm-hmm.
start listening to yourself. There's a higher self in every one of us, right? And regardless of what everyone's belief is, it's still along the same lines of look within and see what you say to yourself,
Okay.
right? Because you will find it. Seek and you will find,
Seek you will
right? And don't
find. That's
give up.
right.
Don't give up. It's possible.
It's possible. That's right. That's good. That's good. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Please send me a link so I can have your Instagram and your website under a video to make it easy for people to reach out to you
We'll do. We'll do.
because
I'll send you
yes.
a discount list, so it'll be like your personal link.
Okay, okay, make it it's possible.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, Vero, man, thank you so much for being on the show today. It's really hot where you are right now, and I see you like using this. But you took the time anyway to be with us and to share this amazing news because that's powerful. You're gonna help a lot of people. Yeah, yeah, that's great. Well,
Thank you.
thank you, Vero, and thank you everyone for watching the video today. That was It's Possible. It's possible for you to have your own website. It's possible for you to have your own business. No matter what you know, no matter the skills you have, you can put it on the Shopify store and then start collecting money doing it. All right, Vero. I'll see you again. Thank you so much. If people have questions, I hope you'll come back so you can answer their questions on It's Possible
Round two.
podcast.
Yes.
Uh,
Awesome.
all right. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. All right. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.